Cosmetic surgeon Dr. Lori Hansen says she has won the battle against drug addiction. The wife of former District Attorney Wes Lane was investigated in 2002 for using hydrocodone samples from her office. In addition, she was accused of writing painkiller prescriptions for herself. She pleaded guilty to 2 felony counts of obtaining a controlled substance by misrepresentation. She was given 5 years probation. In 2006, she surrendered her medical license. Years later, Hansen says she has found a new joy in her personal and professional life.
Well, I didn't really know I had an addiction. I thought, of course wrongly, but I thought that I was treating chronic fatigue syndrome because I was so horribly tired that I really couldn't finish my day without taking a pain pill. And it wasn't until my staff confronted me in June of 2000 that, I was taking too many samples, writing too many prescriptions, things like that, I realized, well, maybe this is a problem. So, as I told you earlier, I went to treatment like 2 days later, and I haven't, fortunately, praise the Lord, I haven't had a problem with prescription drugs since June of 2000. So it's been 11 years now. I had compressed vertebrae in C4, 5, and 6. Causing pain down my right side and numbness and tingling and a little bit of loss of strength. And I went to a neurosurgeon and he gave me a great big prescription for Lortab and multiple refills, and I was on that for I don't know, couple, 3 years, something like that, before I actually had resolution of the back pain.
And how did that happen?
Well, that's the neat part of the story, is that I had this horrible problem that, as I said, was causing me to lose function and lose strength, which is not good for a right-handed surgeon to have, weakness in the right hand. So I went forward in a prayer meeting and was healed. And I know that sounds weird, but it just miraculously happened. And from that stage on, I really did not have any pain anymore. But that's when I began to notice this debilitating fatigue. And I went to doctor after doctor after doctor, and they finally diagnosed chronic fatigue syndrome. But there still wasn't anything they could do for me. So I was treating myself, and the way I could get through the day was to take a Lortab. And it worked. I had energy, I finished my day, I did everything that I was being called upon to do, and and it just kept going like that. I've learned that if I will keep focused on the Lord, even though I may wander off the right path and may make mistakes, if I keep focused on Him and try to live in the way that He created me to live, then eventually all the things, even the crummy things, will work together and it will turn out for good. And probably the other thing I've learned that I try to do in this interview is that I think one of the reasons you go through crummy things is so that when other people go through the same crummy thing, you can be there with the same comfort that God comforted you to help them get through it. And otherwise I wouldn't keep allowing this to be brought up over and over and over, because it's painful for me. It was a really crummy period in my life, but I've found by being open about it that it really does help other people who are back there where I was. And there is light at the end of the tunnel if you keep your eyes focused on the Lord.